What's up? How is everyone? I hope good. I am here with a reading on what is the outcome of your situation. What is it going to be? So, I apologize that I look exhausted again today. It's just been a long day, and I'm just really beat. I haven't been sleeping all that good, and I've just been really stressed out. So that's why I look so terrible. So I apologize. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm sending so much love, so many positive vibes and peace to each and every one of you, of course. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so because I'd greatly appreciate it. And let's get started. So, the first card I pulled is Look at the Bigger Picture, Full Moon in Sagittarius. So, whatever your situation is right now, you need to step back and kind of go within and really look at what all is going on around you. What are the circumstances? Who's involved? Um, like if you let's say if you were dealing with somebody deceiving you for some reason, and you need to just step back and maybe make a list of everything that you know to be true, everything that you might think to be true, everything that's happened, and just try and look at the whole picture, in a wider span, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So definitely do that. A Sagittarius could be involved. So we have fulfillment of wishes. So when the outcome, you will have your wishes fulfilled. You might have, wished upon a star. You might have just, man, I wish I could get all my money back, or whatever your circumstances are. But just know that you are going to have fulfillment of wishes. So just know that, if it's just been a horrible road, and if it's been anything like mine, oh my God, it'll be worth it in the end. So just hang in there and know the outcome is going to be positive, because otherwise you wouldn't have your wishes fulfilled. So it's going to be, a positive outcome. We have Two of Swords, Crossroads. You might be sitting at a crossroads right now. You might not be able to determine exactly, who's deceiving. I'm just using this as an excuse. Who's deceiving you and who isn't, who's all involved, what you should do about it. So you're just kind of sitting there, kind of like a hangman. That's what I would call it, and trying to figure out what to do. If you need to, reach out to Source, reach out to your guides, your angels, your ancestors, and meditate on it and ask them to please help you get past this crossroads. We have fear. I realize that I am not testing. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So you might be feeling mighty fearful right now. If you're like me, I'm really fearful. I have court tomorrow, and I have no idea what's going to happen. It's just awful. So, you might be in the same boat as me. We just need to make sure that we don't stay stuck here. We need to really just have faith that the higher above is going to be there, and and help us through this, and the outcome will be favorable in our situations. And as long as we don't sit in fear, because fear pretty much is devil. I mean, the devil is it keeps us stuck. Fear does. It keeps us bound to the devil. So we need to try not to stay stuck there, because we just need to face whatever we're going through, and just have faith and know that it's going to turn out the way it's meant to, but it's going to turn out good for us. So you are very close to achieving your goal, and so know that here's another positive card that's pointing to you, that tells you that the outcome is going to, first of all, you're going to achieve what you're trying to achieve in this situation. And it also is a positive card, so it's also telling us another positive outcome. So we have the Wisdom card. Obviously, everything that we go through, all the hard lessons, every situation, all the people we deal with, we gain wisdom from it. So it might really knock us down. It might be really hard for us to deal with. It might be just heartbreaking and painful and exhausting. But just know that try and keep in your mind to stay, have patience, stay calm, stay positive, and just know that we're gaining wisdom throughout every situation that we go through. We might not like the situations, they might not be the best, but no matter what, we gain wisdom and we learn from it. So keep that in mind, definitely. We have the King of Swords, ambition. So with this card, I just feel like, you have been really ambitious, like towards whatever you're going through, whatever situation. You need to, or maybe you need to be more ambitious and, really put more into it. The King of Swords is, to me, it represents Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So it could, one of those could be involved, or that could be you. But this king doesn't put up with shit. This king, goes in. He's a no-nonsense king. He, rules with an iron fist, which is kind of scary in my. I'm sitting there thinking in my thing. I'm like, oh God. But they don't use their emotions all that much. They think logically, and kind of with kind of a too harsh of a judgment against people. So maybe you're dealing with one of those signs, and maybe this person has been being ambitious. Maybe he's been being too ambitious in your situation. Maybe he's kind of, he's deceiving everybody. And since he's been so ambitious, it's really made people question what his motives are, what he's trying to do, and why. So maybe that's the King of Swords. That's what I got. So we have the Death card. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So if you are having to release someone, if you're having to, you're quitting one job and going to another job, you are breaking up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, or you're getting a divorce, or if somebody in your life has physically died, know that death we're meant to go through. Obviously, we're meant to feel that pain, we're meant to feel that disappointment, that whatever. But with death comes rebirth. So it's making room for better things to come in our lives. Now, in my case, my daughter, it's hard to imagine that anything could ever replace her. But, I don't know, she really screwed me over. I mean, bad. It's awful. I mean, I'm so exhausted from it all. And my heart's so broke from it, and I just can't understand what and why. Well, I do understand why. It's about money. I mean, it's about money. It's all about money. And my stepdad brainwashing her into doing what she's doing, and she's supposed to be in foster care, and she's running wild, and she's living with her boyfriend, and I mean, it's crazy. My life, there's never a dull moment, let me tell you. Never. But I can't imagine not having my daughter in my life and something coming in that would be so much better. But, there comes a time in your life that, you can only be beat down, and people can only hurt you so much until you just have to walk away. Because if you don't, then that's when the universe, I reap the karma from it, because I should know better to allow people to beat me down this much, and to treat me the way I allow people to treat me. So that's my karma. Anyways, love abounds. So there's going to be love in the situation. So no matter what the outcome is, there's definitely going to be love that will be, shared and shown during this time, which is amazing. And definitely remember this, because no matter if you're angry, or, if the outcome to your situation isn't exactly what you want, or is, it doesn't come out to be a good outcome, which I know it, I mean, I have a feeling it will. We still need to do everything with unconditional love in our hearts, because that's when we get rewarded for, doing kind things, and we're not harsh on people, and we're not, thinking negative and just pissed off at the whole world. If we do everything with unconditional love, we're not out to seek revenge. We're not, bad mouthing whomever that is in the situation to everybody in the world, and we allow ourselves to feel whatever pain we need to, and disappointment and all that, like I said before. Then we're able to forgive that person, and we don't ever have to forget, but we do need to forgive, because if we don't, then we carry those burdens with us at all times. We carry them until we do forgive. And a lot of people, if you don't forgive, within the first year or so, typically you don't. So it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to work on. And it's a good thing for you. You don't have to do it for that person. But if you do it for yourself, then you're not weighed down, for years and years and years to come. So bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So maybe, again, an Aquarius is involved. Maybe you are an Aquarius. But again, what I explained, if we do everything with unconditional love, if we show love and compassion, and we do, and not have hate and anger and everything else, then it definitely makes the situation a lot better. So for everyone, we have memories of love. So your situation might be involving somebody that has left your life. It might be a death that you're dealing with, your family that didn't give you what you inherited, or they lie and cheat and whatever else, or you might have broke up with somebody, or you might be in like my situation where my 16-year-old daughter is just being a kid. I mean, I guess, but and wanting to do what she's doing, and it's heartbreaking. So, but we need to make sure that we feel this. We don't mask it by, our addictions. If you gamble, or if you drink or do drugs, try not to do that. Try and allow that, those emotions to come in and be felt. So then you're not carrying those, that burden with you for years and years and years. We need to heal from them, release it, kind of like they're releasing these candles in the water. And, even if you release them, you still have your memories. You still will feel pain. It's not going to take away your pain completely, but you're able to move on, and you're able to move on healthy. So we have Knight of Pentacles, loyalty. So maybe somebody is being loyal to you. Maybe they're standing up for you. Maybe they're working to help you in your situation, if it's a legal matter, or maybe you're needing people to be more loyal to you. I feel that this group of people that are watching, you're pretty loyal, and so you kind of expect the same. But unfortunately, not everybody is loyal. But maybe in your situation, people will surprise you. Maybe they weren't being loyal in the past, but they'll be loyal now. So, and I'm feeling that. So I think that's pretty positive. The next card is going to be, let me see here. What do I have here? We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And this is like when you miss an opportunity, there's delays, or some kind of like dissatisfaction in your situation. So that's kind of more of the negative things. Try not to miss any opportunities. Don't be turning them down, because they might be what you're needing to help your situation, or just to be able to move on. So your next one is follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. You know what is best for you, but it's in reverse. So it's a refusal to listen to yourself, making the same mistakes over and over, feeling that if you become emotional, others will step in to rescue you, thinking that all is doom and gloom, becoming bogged down emotionally, unstable, you're not able to think clearly. So, definitely don't be using your emotions to manipulate people. Try to keep them under control, but sometimes it's hard to do that. Sometimes it's just hard. So we have guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. We all carry guilt, but the thing is if we don't, accept our guilt, we don't, acknowledge it, and if we don't release it, then we also carry this with us for many years to come, and it also weighs us down. So you need to forgive yourself, forgive others, and just release it to the universe. So then it will help your outcome definitely in the end also. So the next card I have for you is going to be the Nine of Wands. And this is telling you to kind of be prepared. Experience has shown that there is, in this situation, trouble brewing. Very likely this is some sort of ongoing battle or repeating issues or cycle, perhaps on the job, within a social group, or in a relationship. There is weariness in this card, as if you are just tired of fighting the same fight over and over again. Unfortunately, unless something changes, it is a case of same stuff, different day. Your advice is going to be ready to do battle yet again, or find a way to put a stop to the cycle that allows these struggles to continue. So just, you are going to have to battle to have the positive outcome in the end. So be prepared. Great. Oh my Lord, I'm so exhausted. I don't want to battle anymore. I've been doing this my whole entire life. We have keep your temper. Don't allow anger to rule you, but it's in reverse. So unleashing, saying whatever you wish, lashing out, expressing anger and frustration, heated conversations, an unwillingness to remain calm, believing aggression will create a breakthrough, feeling entitled to express emotions without thought of consequences. So do not go into this, because all this is going to do is create, a negative outcome. It's going to just make the situation 100 times worse, and you don't want that. You don't want that. I mean, you might want that. You might want to tell them exactly how you feel and that you're sick of the bullshit, but, you can't. We have feeling alone. So at this time, you might be feeling alone. You might, just feel like there's no one there for you. You might, but just know that we're never alone. No matter how lonely we feel, just know that, when we're left alone, that's the universe teaching us how to rely on ourselves, how to be our own friends, how to love ourselves enough to know what we need to put up with and not put up with. And just, it just teaches us that, at times we will be alone. At times we won't have somebody there to hold our hand or to help us through difficult times, and it won't last forever. But know that we're never alone, because the universe is always by our side. Our ancestors, our angels, our guides are always there for us. So just know that you're never alone, even when you feel it. So I feel very alone, but I know I'm not alone, but when you miss somebody, if it's somebody that you're having to release, or you're going through all this stuff with, that it's heartbreaking. I don't know. Two of Coins. Sometimes we feel tossed on the whims of sea of life, hardly able to maintain our balance. This situation is unavoidable, complex, and requires careful juggling to make sure nothing drops through the cracks. There is a lot going on, but you are going to do a good job of keeping your footing. Living in this heightened state can't go on forever. Best case, the external circumstances change so you can relax. Your advice is maintaining the state is exhausting and currently not sustainable. Reprioritize as soon as you can, or the decision about what to drop will be made for you. So if you are juggling way too many things at this time, and aren't we always juggling too much at once? And then we have, situations come in and people creating conflict and chaos and all that stuff for us that just adds to our plate, and it's exhausting. And the last card I have for you, it's always tea time, eternity, endless moments, and reputation, and it's in reverse. Wanting to keep to routine and to the schedule, an inability to be, spontaneous and break free of what has been decided. So we need to, all of us, I guess, need to be just more free, not feel like we have to do, the same stuff over and over and over and over. So, and I missed a card, so the last one is clarity and belief. And if you seek clarity, it will help you in your situation. And if you just believe that everything is going to turn out in your favor, that everything, no matter how hard it is and no matter, how exhausted you are and what you're having to go through, if you just believe and have faith that everything's going to turn out right, that the universe isn't going to let anything bad happen to you, that the universe isn't going to stand for lies and hate and just all that stuff that people do to you, your outcome is going to be positive. It might not turn out exactly the way you want it. You might feel a lot of heartache and pain in the end, but just know it's going to turn out in the way it's supposed to and in the best for each and every person involved. So take that as you will, but that's what I had for you for how your situation is going to end. I hope that it resonated with you. I'm sorry that my vibrations are down. I'm just, like I said, I'm just exhausted. I'm just completely exhausted. And I'm heartbroken, so if you guys can definitely send some love and some healing and some positive vibes my way, I would so greatly appreciate that. I'm sending you all love, of course, and positive vibes. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm typically more uppity, but, we can't always be perfect all the time. Again, I hope this resonated with you. I know it did with me. I love you all so very much. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. It means so much to me, each and every one of you. Thank you for all the wonderful comments I have been receiving. I definitely try to respond as soon as I can on them, but I will respond to each and every one of them. For the people that put the girl things on there and all that stuff, I just delete those. If you happen to see those, if you can delete them, delete them. And the decks I used tonight, I don't even know. I don't even know, to be honest. I need to start paying attention to that. But I did get a new deck today that I'm going to use here in a minute. I usually don't use them until I really work with them, but I'm just really excited about it. It's Seasons of the Witch Shaman Oracle. So I'm just really excited. And it's by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Dees or something like that. It's just really cool. I got it today, and I have kind of messed with it a little bit, but I'm really curious to use it, so I'm going to make another video, so check it out, definitely. See if you guys like it. Tell me what you think. Okay, much love. Bye.